What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great, and even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So hey, look, y'all gotta understand, currently right now in this world we living in, what you are going up against is people's soul. Not the person they present on the surface, not the person that they want you to see. You are going up against people's true nature and true souls. And a lot of people don't realize that a person's history, a person's genetic makeup, the things they've been through, the things that their ancestors been through, the things their parents been through, is ingrained in their soul. You know what I'm saying? It takes a very strong individual to be able to go through the war and fight, to be able to become a new version of themselves. And I say that to say, like, for a long time, we lived in a world where people's true souls were able to be disguised. You know what I'm saying? They were able to be hidden in the shadows, you know? And a lot of people were scared of their shadows. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to fight the war or the darkness because they were too afraid. So they were easy to hide. You know what I'm saying? They can come off being charming and nice and swift, and you wouldn't even know what you was getting yourself into until it was too late. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't think people really be understanding how deeply rooted some people's dark demons in their spirit really be. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever, you know what I'm saying, bypass or act like you didn't see or become disillusioned, because I promise you, that one, you know what I'm saying, snap, that one little, you know, spark, that one little mishap, it'll be them truly revealing their spirit of who they truly are. And again, in the past, we tend to bystep those things, but I think now, matter of fact, I know now currently you won't be able to miss that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize, you got to look a little deeper, you know what I'm saying, and be able to see behind a person and look in their eyes and see their soul, because that's what you truly going up against. That's what you truly fighting. You know what I'm saying? And again, when a person sold their soul, they have to be able to get the earthly things to be able to feel good about themselves. So that means they'll swift talk to you nice, say whatever they need to say to get whatever they need just to be able to live another day in life, because they sold their soul. Their spirit is really truly dark. You know what I'm saying? So don't be misled. That's why for a long time, you know what I'm saying, they've been not telling us the important things of life, which is eye contact. You know what I'm saying? Shake a person's hand firmly. Like, really get to see who you dealing with on a spiritual level, because that is what rules the world. That is what makes the money. That is what makes businesses survive. That is what, you know what I'm saying, rules the world. It's people's really true identities, which are their spirit. You know, because that's really how you fight life, is through your soul. And what you really feel about the world is hidden in there, deep down inside. And it's not until you truly discover who you truly are that you can do the work on yourself. Otherwise, you're going to basically navigate the world based off of the wounds you have. You know what I'm saying? And trust and believe me, that led to a lot of dark individuals that we completely misstepped, that we thought was just the kindest, most sweetest people in the world. You know? Whole time they had demons that ruled who they were. Now again, now we're in an era where the light is starting to weed out the darkness. You know what I'm saying? But that is just up to each individual person to be strong enough to know what is necessary to fight out the darkness. Otherwise, I'm telling you, they will come back and they will come in and they will try. You know what I'm saying? They don't never give up. They don't know how. You know what I'm saying? But once I started to realize the true reality we living in, the old world seemed to not make as much sense as the one we currently living in. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dual reality, because once my eyes became open to being able to understand that you are basically having interactions and experiences with people's soul, not the person they present to you on the surface. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us who have woken up to what's really going on, they may look at you as being mean and, you know what I'm saying, standoffish and boozy. Nah, it's not that. It's the fact that I see you for real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not allowing myself to get close to you or have a conversation with someone that I see their spirit for real. You are a lost soul. You lost your soul a long time ago. You have no idea who you truly are. So the only way that you can be able to survive is to basically suck the energy off of people that have light but not aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you don't even understand what I hear amongst people that play nice to people but really don't mess with them like that for real. You know what I'm saying? The discussions, the things that really be happening, because I truly believe that people are just now waking up to the fact that it's okay to say what you really mean. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be afraid. Don't be afraid to hurt nobody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because when they're doing to you what they're doing to you, they ain't afraid to hurt your feelings. I'm gonna call it like it is. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, because again, like I said, the world we living in, you're having an experience with someone's spirit. And if they're being aggressive to you, you know what I'm saying? That's because that's their true spirit for real. Don't be afraid to let them know, listen, this ain't that, and this ain't that type of party. And you ain't gonna come over here with your dark energy spirit and try to ruin my life because of how you feel about yourself. Because like I said, a lot of these dark individuals never had anyone be able to be strong enough to speak up to them and tell them, you know what I'm saying, how their energy affects them, especially if you're of light. So they've been going around doing it for so long. And again, like I said, once you get so comfortable with doing that, you sell your soul to the dark side. So when someone actually speaks up and goes against, you know what I'm saying, what you're saying, and they're equally powerful by being able to live in the dark and the light, by having experience in life, it's almost as if it shuts that whole thing down. They have no ability but to understand and look at who they were and who they are, and the wounds that they've suffered, and why they tend to go into the world treating people like that. For me personally, the spirit that I really have an issue with is the ones that think they rule the world. Like, they think that they don't have no inner wounds, no, you know what I'm saying, hurts and pains, that they can go along in the world bossing and talking to people and controlling people the way they see fit for themselves. Those type of spirits are the ones that just really, you know what I'm saying, be the ones that I be wanting to humble the most, especially when you come after me. Now again, I'm wise enough to understand and know when to mind my business. Everything ain't for me to speak on, but when it's directed to me, oh, trust and believe I'm on that ass. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't got time for that. Those people need to understand that you do not have the power to run around here controlling and demanding and seeking things from people that you can't get for yourself, because you've been burnt and scarred. And your revenge is taken out on people who are innocent, not you actually truly healing your pain. You know what I'm saying? So listen, don't be fooled. If you feel something, you know something, you peep game. Like, a lot of us who are sent here on a mission are very observant. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't even realize subconsciously how our spirit would actually weed out the darkness without us even having to do anything. I've experienced that before in my life, not really being aware, you know what I'm saying, of what was truly going on, because it was unlike anything I've ever experienced before. Something inside of me gave me the awareness to actually, you know what I'm saying, stand up against something that I've been taking my whole life. And once I experienced that, I realized that it was true magic in the world. You know what I'm saying? Is to have the ability for someone's subconscious to know why they're here and actually change the scenario of a person and have them actually wake up to what is really truly going on. You know what I'm saying? Real life, true human earth angels. You know what I'm saying? That didn't probably even know that they were earth angels. You know what I'm saying? But when they finally discovered who they were, it actually began to make sense. You know? And once I realized that, I was like, damn. I'm no longer the old person I used to be. I'm a whole different version for the benefit and betterment of myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good thing. But again, you're going to offend the people that used your soul to win off of. You know what I'm saying? To get ahead in life, to treat you any way they wanted to while they continue to win. Don't let them see. Don't let them continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's now time to fight. It's no better time now to fight. You know what I'm saying? And you don't got to be violent. You don't got to, you feel me? It's all darkness ways people have been using to fight out the darkness. When it's a whole different way, you can fight it without having to risk their life or yours, especially if you're not a person that's out here to hurt people. Because you know deep down inside, their level of anger and controlling and possessiveness only comes from something that they weren't able to heal in their own life. So the way that I'm going to battle and go up against you is to show you where your wounds are so you can heal them yourself. So please don't come after me, because I see what's really going on. And that's people actually in a world now where you will be having interactions with people's true spirit. And if you don't see them for real, you just don't even realize what could be happening to you subconsciously. A lot of things have been happening and being transferred to us unknowingly because we weren't aware subconsciously what was truly going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a different era now. So truly realize and understand that once you have made a conscious decision to wake up to who you truly are, it's actually who you've always meant to be. But the universe had to shield us from this dark world so we can actually go through things to see truly what we were going to be facing. You know what I'm saying? If you have managed to kick your addictions, you know what I'm saying, wake up, not take disrespect, not take, you feel me, people leading you down a dark path, I promise you, when you get to the point of being able to resist temptation, the world gets a lot easier, because now you standing in your power. You know what you've been sent here to do, because a lot of people tend to think that it's the people, you know what I'm saying, but really it's a darkness, an unseen darkness that is here to take and control the souls of the world, starting with little children. So if you're a protector, protect them by protecting yourself, by protecting and knowing what you're facing. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, they will come after you fast and quick. You know what I'm saying? So listen, especially that firstborn. But again, I've seen times in where it has skipped the firstborn and went after to maybe the baby, because you know what I'm saying, the ones before them weren't strong enough to be able to handle the battle. It's always been spiritual. The witch movies, the scary movies, all real. It's just that we weren't able to see in the spirit as a whole. So we thought that was just for entertainment, not realizing it was speaking to our soul the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So just know that when you're someone that's in control and in power of who they are, you know what to give life to and what not to give life to. So what if it makes people mad? The more you continue to understand what you're here to do, the easier it is to not even hear them. Like, you hear them because your senses is heightened, but you don't give them no attention. You know what I'm saying? And again, they want you to feed into their game. You feel me? So you can dumb down on who you are, and then that fuels the energy of darkness. Don't let them have it. You know what I'm saying? It's time now. The world is going to bring the light ones back. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be able to withstand and fight the battle, because the battle has just begun. It's nowhere near over. You know what I'm saying? But we had to go through a series of tests, a series of tribulations and trials to be able to fight, because if not, they would have won. You know what I'm saying? It takes you bending the rules a little bit. It takes you, you know what I'm saying, being able to not do what everyone else does. You know what I'm saying? Because you were not here for that. If you engage with the wrong person or do something for the wrong person, it may lead you down a path you're not ready. And trust me, they ain't gonna have no remorse. That's why you gotta be very wise and understanding that you are now talking to people's spirits for real. You know what I'm saying? They cannot hide no longer. You are dealing face value with the person, the spirit inside of them, not the person they fake and portray. You know what I'm saying? So know how to handle yourself, because the more people are waking up to their true spiritual nature, the easier it'll be for you to detect who's who and what's what, the stronger you are. You know what I'm saying? If you let these earthly things make you weak, trust me, it'll dim your light, and then you won't be able to see exactly what you're getting into. And next thing you know, you done got yourself into a cycle you can't get out of. I done been in too many cycles. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important you become strong. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, y'all just don't even know. Some people just been living to die with dark spirits. They really hate the world. You know what I'm saying? They're not happy. You know what I'm saying? And they express it to everybody. It just be people be too blind to actually know what's going on because you're in a cycle. You know? Their charming, conniving, attention ways has got you so good, or maybe what they look like that you don't even know what's going on. But again, I feel like right now is the time where being strong is a necessity for the light workers to go out there and do their duty, because a lot of darkness will be revealed upcoming in the war we fighting, coming from people that we thought, you know what I'm saying, may have been nice and sweet. Nah. You will now be able to see them for real, and it's a lot more dark individuals than we're led to believe. Light workers will be like the world's superheroes. You know what I'm saying? So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.